don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Hey guys, it's Nina. I'm back with you, and today I'm just gonna, multitask. I'm gonna paint my ugly fucking nails and talk about things that scare me. So one thing that scares me is restaurants. I don't like restaurants at all. I'm scared of all the people that surround me in the restaurant. I'm scared of ordering like the wrong thing on the menu. Like, that doesn't even make sense, but like it does to me. Like, I don't understand menu workings. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It just worries me. I don't want to talk to the waiter / waitress. I'm scared of doing that. I'm scared of eating in front of people, and then I'm scared of the whole paying process. And so, like, everything about a restaurant just makes me uncomfortable. I'm also terrified about the dentist. The dentist in general, but what's even more terrifying to me is teeth pulling. I have not gotten my wisdom teeth pulled out. I probably should soon, but I am absolutely terrified, and yeah, I don't want to do that. I know that's like a normal thing to be scared of and a normal thing that people get done, but the idea of pulling my teeth out terrifies me. It makes me so nervous. I don't like people touching my teeth. I don't like the feeling of anything on my teeth. It bothers me. Like, going to the dentist is one of my worst fears. I hate when they clean and scrape, and it's and the sounds that they make, it really bothers me. Ladybugs. I'm also terrified of ladybugs. I hate them. They're ugly, they creep me out, they fly, and I don't like that. And someone told me that ladybugs bite. Like, I didn't know that. Is that true? Like, do they actually bite? Is that a real thing? Because if so, that just adds on to my terrifying fear. I also really don't like butterflies. They creep me out. They're little gross bodies. Like, they trick you with their pretty wings to make you think they're pretty, but then they have like this creepy ass body that just, no, it makes me so uncomfortable. Like, I get shivers. Like, gross. I'm also terrified of driving. Like, the idea of driving scares the shit out of me. Like, I don't want to be in control of something that big, and the possibility of hurting someone else. Like, I don't want to get in a car accident and then kill someone. Like, that idea just, no, I can't do that. I'm terrified also just to go in and even take the test for my permit or anything like that. Like, the idea of being judged and having somebody watch me drive makes my heart just, oh my goodness. I'm scared of things like roller coasters and anything really high up, like on amusement park rides, because I'm terrified that they'll break, and like one of the old rusty ones that I get on will just snap and then I'll fall out of this thing and die. Like, that is a big fear of mine. I'm fine with like climbing a high mountain or something, because like it's a mountain, it's ground, I'm in control of it. But like something on an amusement park ride is just metal together and there's no ground for me to stand on, so like it can fall and I can die. I picked out a bunch of greens. This one's my favorite, but this one's a close second to this color. Like, they're kind of similar, and I don't remember ever using this one, so I'm afraid that if I use it, it will be like a gross texture and like won't dry. This one's pretty ugly, but I'm thinking about using it on my toes. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, life in plastic, it's fantastic. So yeah, I have an unusual fear of the apocalypse. Like, I'm terrified that it's gonna happen in my lifetime, and that like, yeah, I'm gonna be like one of the panic people who first dies. Like, I'm not like thinking about like zombie apocalypse or something. I'm just thinking like, Christ coming back to Earth and like a complete disaster and like me just like dying. I don't know. Ooh, do we think this is gonna be a nice color? Probably not. I'm also like completely terrified of babies. Not like babies in general. I'm scared of babies that I'm holding, that I'm gonna like drop them. I know that my nephew loves to throw his head back, and he has a really big head, and it's really hard to hold him when he does that. Like, I'm gonna drop him, And I'm terrified that one of these days, like, I will hold a baby and I will drop it, and that it will just, like, you know, die because it's a baby and it will be my fault. And, like, that just, like, oh, that terrifies me. I'm also terrified of babies, as in me being pregnant. Like, I do not ever want to be pregnant. I know that so many people tell me, oh, you'll change your mind when you get older. Oh, you're a girl. You have a natural instinct to want to be a mother. Like, no, I have never had the instinct of wanting to be a mother. I don't believe I ever will. I do not want a human being growing inside my body, coming out of my hoo-ha, and destroying everything in my life. Like, I don't want that. I have no care to be a mother. I don't want kids. I don't like kids. I'm not good with kids. They annoy the crap out of me. They irritate me, and I don't like it. So I don't ever want that to happen to me. I am terrified of giving birth. The idea of it is disgusting, and it's terrifying. I'm not good with pain, and I don't want to be in the care of other people and everything. I don't want other people seeing that disgusting stuff. Yes, I know it's their profession and they've seen it all before, but that's disgusting to me. I don't want other people seeing me in that view. I don't want to be in charge of a human being and having to be with it all the fucking time and deal with its crying and whining and everything. I just don't. I don't want to. I also have a huge fear of, like, old houses or old buildings, like, collapsing in on me. But yeah, I have a terrified feeling that, like, one of these old buildings or old houses that people still live in or still use, that I will enter them and that will be the moment they collapse, especially if it's, like, during a storm when the wind is howling and, like, all the stuff on the side of the house is, like, breaking. I'm terrified that it's just gonna collapse in on me and that I won't be killed instantly. I'll be, like, crushed underneath stuff and then I'll die a slow, painful death and just bleed out. Like, that is... Another thing I'm terrified of is jail or prison. Like, I'm not, like, thinking I'm going to jail or something, but, like, I'm terrified of the thought that one day, like, I'll be set up or somebody will believe that I did this crime or something and that I will be taken to jail and sentenced to prison or whatever for a crime that I did not commit. And the idea of being death sentenced to me, like, if I ever got, like, that bad of a crime that I was falsely accused of, like, that is absolutely terrifying. If you don't know me, I'm against the death penalty, completely. But, I mean, it still does exist whether I want it to or not. So, the idea of me being falsely accused and then getting sentenced to death, like, that is absolutely terrifying. Even if I did do a crime or something and I was sentenced to death, like, that idea of, like, I'm going to die right now, these people are going to kill me, is, like, completely just, oh my goodness, I can't even imagine. I also don't like the idea, it's not, like, a fear, but, like, kind of like a fear, like, have you ever stood next to somebody that smells really gross and, like, BO or something, and you're like, and you don't want to stand next to that person, not just because they smell, but you're worried that their smell will, like, wipe off onto you and then you'll smell like that? Like, that's me. Like, water is another thing I don't like. Not, like, water, like drinking water or something. Like, being in a pool makes me nervous because I'm not a good swimmer. I don't really know how to swim. I was never really taught. I self-taught, kind of. But I'm not good at it, and I'm afraid of drowning, and I've had a couple experiences where I thought I almost was going to drown, and so it really scares me to be in deep water or anything that's over my head, which is not much because I am under 5 feet tall, so that really unnerves me. So the ocean is something I've never really experienced, nor do I really want to experience, because it's so wide and huge, and if something were to, like, come up, like a huge wave or something, and take me away, like, I would be completely helpless, and that idea just really blows my mind. Oh my god, I totally just fucked that shit up. Oh, this box is so not going to be white anymore. Ooh, wow, that's terrible, terrible, terrible. Okay, wow. But yeah, and also the idea of, like, sea creatures. So, like, there's so many things and so many animals in the world that we haven't yet discovered. So, like, the idea of those things being in the ocean and me, like, coming in contact with those things makes me very unnerved. I also don't like elevators. Elevators are another thing that just makes me nervous. It's not that I won't go on an elevator, I just prefer not to. Like, if the stairs is an option, I would much rather take the stairs. And it's healthier, so you know what? I can just use that as an excuse. If anybody's like, oh, why would you take the elevator? Oh, I want to get my quads looking good, you know? You know? But I'm just terrified that I'll get trapped in an elevator, or the elevator will, like, wire will snap and then I'll, like, plummet to my death. And yeah, I'm also scared of, like, being in an elevator with, like, a creeper. Like, what if somebody were in an elevator with me and then they just, like, pulled a gun on me? Like, that is terrifying because, like, you have nowhere to run and nothing to protect you. Another man-made thing that I don't like are bridges. Let's move on to my nails. What color do I like best? But yeah, I also don't like bridges because like, another thing, like, I'll go on them, but it just kind of makes me nervous that, especially, like, in a traffic jam or something, all those cars on that bridge, like, I'm terrified that they're gonna collapse. And it is, like, a realistic thing to worry about because bridges do collapse. That does happen. I'm also afraid of telephone poles breaking. Like, those big, giant wooden telephone poles. You know what I'm talking about. Like, they're gigantic and you see them all the time. And I constantly walk past them. They're, like, everywhere in town. So I constantly walk past them, and a bunch of them are, like, leaning, or they look like old splintered wood, and I'm terrified that they're gonna break and they're gonna fall on top of me. I also have a fear of, like, losing my teeth, which I discussed in a different video. I don't know if I have it posted by now or what, but I have a fear that all my teeth will fall out and I'll have to get, like, dentures or something. Like, that makes me nervous, man. And the fact that I hate going to the dentist makes it even worse because it's like, oh, my teeth are gonna fall out. Oh, I'm scared to go help them get fixed, you know? Like, being in debt, like, the idea of having, like, I don't know how to pay taxes or do any of that stuff. And now that I'm an adult, like, I have to learn how to do that, and I'm afraid that I'm just not gonna know how to pay bills or something, and that I'm gonna, like, unawareingly going to add up all these bills and go to jail because I didn't pay my bills, or be in, like, huge debt because of these things that I don't understand. I'm also afraid of getting a job to pay these bills. Like, I'm terrified of going to job interviews or dealing with certain customers, so the idea of getting a job makes it very nerve-wracking to me. But I'm also afraid of being unemployed and then going for an interview and them being like, why have you been unemployed for so long? These nails are so shitty. Shitty. What's that thing? I'm thinking of that little plant thing. Oh, chia. That's what I was thinking of when I was like, shitty. I'm done. I just have to wait for these bloody bastards to dry. And I hope you guys have a wonderful fucking day. Bye.